Greetings everyone, welcome to part 2 of the Tails Adventure adaptation. To recap from last time, our two-tailed fox took Bunnie and Antoine to Coca Island for their long-awaited honeymoon. They barely had time to relax before an army known as the Battlebird Armada attacked. Bunnie and Antoine were captured while Tails is grounded thanks to Speedy, a very high-ranking member with an egg diaper flight harness. Speedy informs Tails his friends should be captured by now. Tails wants to know what's the deal with you guys. He, Bunnie, and Antoine just wanted to get away from the madness for a while. Speedy's answer? You've invaded our private training ground, and your unnatural flying is offensive to me and my fellow birds. Tails wonders about other flying animals like bats, bees, and flying squirrels, and Speedy's somewhat okay with them. Well, that's good for Rouge, Charmy, and Ray. Tails points out another thing that can fly, his new robo-companion T-Pup, whom takes a bite out of Speedy, allowing them to escape. The chase takes them through a cavern, and Speedy doesn't give two flips about stalactites as long as Tails goes down. Tails and T-Pup head up, and it looks like they'll outfly Speedy, only for the bird to use the clear space to finally catch up. However, he loses sight of Tails and T-Pup. Speedy begrudgingly returns on orders from the Battle Lord. It's revealed that Tails and T-Pup found a hiding spot along the cliffside and decides to get some rest. The next morning inside the Armada's brig, Bunnie is led away to be interrogated. Antoine tries to stop this, but the birds pull out their blasters and Bunnie pleads for him to do what they say. We soon learn it was all according to plan as Antoine reveals a key card stolen from one of the birds. Bunnie is brought before the Battle Lord of the Armada, Battle Cuckoo 15. He's quite jovial with Bunnie. Here's why. Based on her cybernetics, the Battle Lord thinks she's a member of Eggman's Dark Egg Legion, something Bunnie realizes and plays along. She says she's a deep cover agent that married Antoine to get closer to their organization. From the Battle Lord's point of view, the earlier attack was all a misunderstanding. Being only affiliated with the Eggman Empire means news on operations comes down slowly. The Battle Lord explains how the Armada works. They're an ancient order of avions that want to command the skies and find their homeland to unlock its mysteries. Unfortunately, the Babylon Rogues, these guys, fouled up their chance. Yeah, I'm bad. Bunnie brings up their encounter with Sonic in the backup stories of issues 163 and 164, confirming them as canon. So as Bunnie continues pumping information out of the Battle Lord, Tails has rested enough to get back into the action. He and T-Pup go to the site of the Sea Fox to find it guarded by birds. Tails explains, for our benefit of course, the birds did not post guards at his workshop, allowing him to grab some bombs. Don't worry, it's only sleek gas explosives. Tails goes off to take a closer look at the third island that wasn't there before, and finds no noticeable entrance to the bird facility. It doesn't matter as Tails gets ambushed by the bird's own subs. Tails is impressed that they snuck up on him and wants to know who invented them. One is about to spill the beans, but another stops him. Well then, it's time for a shootout. Tails easily takes care of them, but one of the birds actually damages the Sea Fox dome, forcing Tails to surface. Back in the brig, Antoine is giving cooking advice to the bird guard, specifically to use butter instead of margarine. The guard goes off to share this with his comrade, allowing Antoine to escape using the key card. Unfortunately for him, he runs into Speedy. Instead of just putting Antoine back in the cell, Speedy informs the Battle Lord of his escape. Yeah, we don't see Antoine running away, but he did. He finds a door hoping it's some kind of closet, only it leads outside. Very high outside. Speedy and the birds corner him, as does Bunnie. Speedy blurting out Bunnie's true allegiance has Antoine on edge. He's reminded of Silver's "there's a traitor in the freedom fighter" spiel. Oh yeah, that's going on at this time, and thinks his wife is the suspect. Antoine can't deal with this revelation and falls out of the base. Bunnie helpless to act. Let's start with Tails' escape from Speedy. My guess, it's a shout out to the fight from Poly Mountain 1 in the game. Also based on what I saw, we can determine the two's different flight styles. Speedy's, since he's using the egg diaper harness, appears to be straight shot, going from point A to point B, while Tails is agile, dodgy, and maneuverable, which explains how Speedy has the advantage in a clear sky setting, while Tails' experience dodging things gave him the lead for a bit as he was escaping. Tails' use of bombs is a nod to his primary weapon in the game. Unlike the game, they're only sleep bombs. The underwater encounter more than likely is a nod to the level Lake Rocky. That level has a pathway that leads to the battle fortress, which Tails was trying to find before he was attacked. Inside said fortress, Bunnie and Antoine aren't slouches when it comes to being competent. The latter almost escapes thanks to sleight of hand and cooking tips that were a nod to Sad AM, and Bunnie quickly taking advantage of the villain, misidentifying her as an ally to get information out of them. The Battle Lord himself. His design is pretty close to his game incarnation. There's an interesting tidbit about him that's related to what I said last time. An early idea was that the Battle Lord was not Speedy's father, but grandfather. He would have two sons that would become rivals, and their rivalry would be passed on to their sons, Speedy and Bean. Obviously that did not happen, though I wonder if they could make radical changes to game characters if their games are obscure. The issue's ending, at the time it originally came out, might have confused some people. Did Antoine believe Bunnie turned traitor, or did he play along? I think at first he was surprised to see Bunnie with the enemy, but eventually caught on due to his overdramatic performance before falling out of the hatch. That, and based on these glances, he saw Tails and knows he's safe. Yeah, sorry to give that away, but it's obvious when Tails has to surface near the fortress after taking some damage. The issue also gets a 9. I mean, why not? I'm having fun with this story, Ian and Tracy are having fun with this story with goofball villains, and I like how it ties a story from early in their run to this one with the Babylon Rogues, which by the way is another game adaptation. I have a feeling this plot point will get followed up on down the line. If I have one problem, it's how the birds constantly refer to Tails as Freak. Okay, we get it. You don't like him because he can fly with two tails. Anyway, what's the next move for Tails and Antoine? Will Bunnie be able to maintain her cover? And most importantly, will the guards have better meals thanks to cooking with butter instead of margarine? We'll find out next time. Except for the last one.
Then I must make escargot! We start with plump, juicy snails, a little garlic, and...
Butter? Oui, oh yes, oui, butter!
Margarine!
Margarine! You would cook escargot with margarine! Oh, but no! It will be too cruel, you fuel!